Hi Aquarius, welcome to Lily Light Tarot. We're going to go ahead and expand on your intuitive energy reading looking at July 1st through the 17th. We are starting off with some victorious energy, looking at the Six of Wands. Now we see the Three of Swords, looking at again the Six of Cups, and then we are looking at the Nine of Swords. Let's get some clarifiers here for you Aquarius, but there is going to be some type of recognition coming through. Self-confidence shining in. So let's go ahead and see what we can expect in these upcoming days for you. So let's begin. For your supporting energy, as we look at the Six of Swords, the Six of Wands, with the supporting energy of the Ten of Swords. So, there's some transformative energy coming here through some type of ending. Now this ending, although it was painful and possibly you didn't even see it coming, blindsided by a situation, or you felt like you weren't going to recover, well, guess what, Aquarius? You are coming out bigger, bolder, and stronger through this, okay? There is this victorious, welcoming energy coming back to life, coming back to yourself. Possibly coming back home in a situation where you are feeling supported, you are feeling guided. But let's get some clarifiers here for you. For my powerful Aquarius, what is the... look at this. So not only are we seeing the Ten of Swords, the clarifying energy is the the Ten of Pentacles. So this ending, something that you saw as secure. You thought this was going to be, or you thought you were going to be provided for, or you thought this was going to be a for sure situation here, Aquarius. Could be your job situation or even like a relationship, because this energy is coming off as like long term, and a lot of investments, a lot of time, a lot of energy went into this. So when there is this sudden disconnect, this again unexpected ending, somehow it was kind of like your blessing. So in these upcoming days here, Aquarius, there is a bigger blessing that is waiting for you at the end of the road. The cards are encouraging you to have the strength to carry on, to kind of take the high road, get on your high horse, and to carry through. Do you have the strength to lift yourself up from this situation and to continue on the journey? Although this situation came out as a major disappointment, you were expecting this to be there waiting for you, especially because you've put so much into it. It looks like you're being led to something better, something where it's going to feel more connected with who you are. I'm thinking of when you feel at home. So feeling at home with this person, this relationship, possibly this partnership or this job. It's like, okay, this is where you belong. So we could see that you are going to come out of this, okay? You are coming out of this darkest time. Look at the sun shining through bigger and bolder. So you're definitely going to be seen. You can't miss this lion. So you're definitely going to be seen by someone or something. And this is where you are going to feel connected. All right, Aquarius, for some of you. Now, all of these messages may resonate or just a few. But again, this is just a general energy reading. But look at this. Okay. Aquarius, a lot of you are dealing with a lot of mental stress or turmoil. This blow here, the Three of Swords, this is... I don't want to say you guys are going through a lot of deceit, but I do feel for you, because there is something that you thought, what am I trying to, what are the words? It's like you're damaged by how things are going to be played out. There was like a direct blow to your emotions, to your mind. And this is possibly where we see you walking away. This is the supporting energy. You may be having to say goodbye to something, stepping away from this path that is no longer yours. You cannot call it yours because you don't feel connected with it. And although it hurts, just know that there is help. Okay, for your reading here, Aquarius, look at this hand. It's like reaching out for you. So although you may just feel the suffering right now, you feel like you are falling, there is someone that is going to be pulling you back up. the strength is tying in again, really strong here. You just need to have the strength to position yourself where you can be assisted, where you can be guided. You know, you possibly may be knocked down to see something from a different perspective. I know this isn't the Hangman card, but for this particular deck, on this particular card, it almost reads as though you had to be set back or detached from something in order to recognize that there's something better ahead. Because we could see this person was possibly maybe positioned here, going towards a path that may have been wrong for them in this season. Could have been toxic. It could have been, a red flag. But, the universe, your angels, spirit guides may have redirected something. And although you were kind of like, why? Why did this have to come out of my life? Why did I have to be cut off from the source? It looks like it's going to be for your higher being here. All right, Aquarius. So we see there is some transitioning. Oh, look at this. Yeah. Ace of Wands. So golden opportunity. Walking away, but there is going to be a golden opportunity waiting for you on the other side. Interesting, because we see here these cups were not fulfilling. At one point, you were able to drink from them, you were able to enjoy them, but then they demanded more of you. It's like, okay, I had the one cup, but then you had to put more energy into the second cup, and the third cup, and the fourth cup, and the fifth cup. And, we see here too, not only emotionally, but mentally, all these swords needed to be gathered and given attention to details and sharpened and strengthened. And it's just like, it demanded so much of your mental capacity. It wasn't worth it. And this could be where we see this detachment, letting go, possibly surrendering and letting the source guide you to something better, which it looks like it's coming out. It looks like, look at this warm glow. Look at this Ace of Wands. So again, a golden opportunity arises from this sorrow, from this heartbreak. Although there may have been tears shed, those tears are only going to help like bloom and nourish the flowers to blossom into something more solid. So I see there's growth. There is growth coming and sprouting out here. Now the Son of Pentacles across from the Three of Swords is supporting this energy of keeping up with your skills, leveling up. And although this situation may have been cut off from you or you had to let go, that doesn't mean you have to give up. Okay. Now it's kind of like this little deer kind of looks stubborn, right? It's kind of like, kind of has like the eye looks like it's almost angry, but it's really not. It's more like determined. It's like, I'm going to get through this no matter what. And possibly because this is aligning with your Six of Wands, we see you may be inspired by this setback to even come out longer, just stay in the race longer and get to your final destination stronger than what you were before, transitioning into that strength energy. But we definitely see you stepping away from or abandoning something that was just kind of sucking the life out of you, so to say. It just was no longer emotionally fulfilling. And where you're being led to, Aquarius, is much bigger and brighter. Now we're looking at double sixes, okay? We see the Six of Wands and then we see the Six of Cups. Different elements, but with the double sixes, it's definitely coming up as persistency and determination. So the determination leads to you getting to the end of the road here, Aquarius. And through this determination with your Six of Cups, tapping into what really made you happy, like looking back at yourself, because this is a person reflecting back at who they were, looking at the cups that they did enjoy drinking from, okay? Because here you're walking away from these 8 cups and looking back, you enjoyed these 6. So what were these cups that you enjoyed before, Aquarius, before you were on this path that you were walking away from? Did you take pleasure in certain hobbies that maybe you just thought weren't going to go anywhere? Or we could also look at maybe a past relationship, something that really made you happy. Someone, a friend, a lover, a job, a community, an industry. It's like, looking back, I really thrived in this supporting energy. I really enjoyed playing with these people, with these toys, you know, something along the lines of that. Looking back at who you were at one point, Aquarius, is going to be really key in these upcoming days here in the beginning of July, because this is showing that there is some type of resistance. You know what makes you happy, or what you used to enjoy doing, or promises that you made to yourself too. You may have made promises about who you're going to be or which road you're going to end up in, and you may be in fear of stepping into your fullest potential. You may be in fear of actually going down that road because you're walking away, but then somewhere along the way here, you're like, should I even be continuing on this journey, or should I turn back around? Should I try to repair this? So let's expand on this, Aquarius, for July. I'm going to do the remaining of your July reading in the upcoming days, so make sure you stay tuned and subscribe. Oh, beautiful. Look at this Justice, though. The Justice card. So the Justice energy, there is some new arrangements that are going to be made for you. Something is going to kind of lean in your favor. But, you know, this is also kind of like what you thought you had to fear wasn't as bad. Maybe you didn't think you were qualified enough, or you didn't think you could do it, but it looks like the cards are saying that you can, and you may come to that realization. You can do this. All right, Aquarius, you can put your mind to something that you may need to revisit, because even though it's new to you now, or you're just starting, at least you are on the path. At least you're on the water, swimming to that happiness. I mean, look at this rainbow here. This rainbow is leading you to the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, because out of this disconnect, this hurt, you are going to come out bigger and stronger. Like the ugly duckling, eventually it's going to turn into that magnificent, beautiful swan. So although this is young, you may have felt like you were young, or even right now, looking at yourself, this could be a reflection too. You feel like, oh, maybe you may be still seeing yourself as that younger version, or inexperienced, right? And that's why we see some blockage. But Aquarius, you need to see that although you're young, you have that drive, you have that potential, you have that passion. There's that curiosity that's going to keep you navigating ahead. So look out for a pleasant surprise. This is coming up as you staying true and staying curious, because that curiosity is going to lead you to a pleasant surprise in these upcoming days. We could also see, for some of you, unexpected news. A pleasant surprise from a blast from the past. Possibly this old job that you applied for, or again, an old friend, a connection, but it's something that you take pleasure in. So it could be that industry, that niche. And the Eight of Swords, you know, these negative thoughts, it could be you also doubting, like, okay, did I do the right thing? Was I supposed to do this or that? But this little happy surprise is popping up here for you. Unexpected news, message, communication will be popping up, swimming in, and you'll be kind of meeting with it. So as we look at the Nine of Swords, you know, I'm feeling kind of, I don't want to say sad, but I'm kind of feeling your pain here, Aquarius, because there has been a lot of sword. I mean, we look at here, then here, then here, then here. So it's kind of been like a roller coaster ride for some of you, kind of been like a dip. You know, you go down and then you feel up, and then down and then up. So I'm really feeling for some of you, because I know that some of you may have been dealing with mental struggles, or just even with your path, maybe confused about where you should be going now that something may have pushed you down, kept you feeling really low, paralyzing you mentally, having you feeling stuck in some way, because this is also diagonal. These are all diagonal from each other, kind of like a cause and effect. The Nine of Swords, but the supporting energy is the Five of Wands. There is this burden, you know, that you may be stressing about in these upcoming weeks, and it could be some type of discussion or a fight, maybe a disagreement that you had with someone, possibly interest, you know, like you're trying to get along with someone or something, or possibly even trying to be the best for everybody. trying to be everyone's cup of tea here. People pleasing in some way. But the Six of Pentacles is showing that if you want to grow, if you want to thrive, sometimes you're going to have to soak in parts and pieces that you know work for your path. Okay, even though everything may be thrown into you or onto your plate, it may be overwhelming. Yes, it may be stressful. It may be confusing too, of what to listen to, what to hear, where to go, how to perceive things. It's very overwhelming. And it may not help, but it may be part of you struggling to see the situation clear. Now, the supporting energies, though, are showing that there is long-term progress in your growth in the situation if you know which resource to pull from. Okay, we have all of these chemicals kind of being poured into these wands. Now the question is, which wand is going to react to which chemical? So it reminds me of that expression, how does it go? It's something, it just slipped my mind, like the wolf analogy. Like, which do you feed? The beast or the warrior? And it's like, if you feed the beast, if you feed into your fears, then of course that grows bigger, right? But if you feed the warrior, the fighter, then it will be that reigning champion. It will come out to win. So same with these chemicals. If they, are all poured into these wands, it's a matter of which wand will react to which resource. Who are you reacting to? What situation are you reacting to? Soak in only those that will, the situation or the people or the path that will nourish and help you thrive, that will help you grow. Now, the Father of Swords is coming out victorious, aligning with your, as a supportive energy with the Nine of Swords. Because there's some type of, you're seeking to understand or see a point of view from possibly someone that you admire or that you look up to, or someone that may have been kind of like keeping an eye on you, towering over you. And it may be your own doing, the stress, feeling worried. But the cards are really also encouraging you that in these next couple of weeks, maybe just dial these down. Focus on the one, okay? Maybe possibly not trying to please everyone or trying to take on too much to please this father or this king figure. Because there's like clashing ideas. So some of you may be fighting with your parents or maybe a spouse or even your boss. They're failing to understand your perspective or your situation, or they may be failing to kind of work with you. It's kind of like my way or the highway. It's like my word, over your word. But remember how to perceive the information that you were getting and use what's useful for you now to possibly move on ahead later. Because although it may feel burdensome for you, Aquarius, this is actually helping you develop into something much bigger and better in July. So, looks like with this sort of energy, could be dealing with Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but the struggles, mental struggles, possibly we see like fighting or just disagreeable decisions and arguments may cause you to disconnect or feel disconnected from the situation. But if you find, what really makes you happy, open to receive the good that comes your way, and also accept that there is a better path ahead. There's actually a path coming out from the ending. Then it looks like you can come out on top. This golden opportunity will be sprouting out, but you may only see it if you took this road. You won't recognize it if you're kind of stuck at where you're at and choosing to not make any moves here. All right, Aquarius. So that was your general energy reading for July 1st through 17th. I will do the remaining month in the upcoming days. So make sure you stay tuned and are subscribed. Stay well and be blessed. Bye.